Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here with Dan Whittaker, and this is it's actually lesson number 4, but video number 3.
Yeah.
We attempted a couple of weeks to do lesson number 3 and video number 3, but it was literally a week after my new girl was born. I think I was a zombie. There was lots of things going on, and we decided just to have the lesson and not do a video.
Yeah.
Because it was a little bit, I don't think I was right. I don't think I was in the zone. So this is lesson number 4, but video number 3. But in fairness, actually, that third lesson was kind of a little top-up lesson, wasn't it?
And you'd had like 2 hours sleep.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal. So Dan's been away in the States, a beautiful time in the States, haven't you?
Yeah, amazing.
And now it's back to the grind. I feel fresh, I feel ready to go. And we've seen some decent improvements there, I hope, anyway.
Yeah, we're pleased with it.
Yeah, should we show everyone?
Yeah, let's get into it.
So if you've not seen lesson number 1 and 2, you can click the corner up here. If you don't know about Dan and never seen Dan before, you'll learn a lot about him in lesson number 1 and 2. But he has got a YouTube channel. If you want to go and subscribe to it, please do that. He's created some great content, and since we started doing work together, subscribers have gone up thousands. So I thank you for that already, and also with the great content that he creates anyway.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I was just looking at the microphones plugged in then. Right, so hit me.
Okay, so what we've worked on today is from the top of the backswing, we've been trying to clear the left shoulder a little bit more away from the chin. So,
and what's the reasoning behind that?
Okay, so what we're trying to do is trying to get those arms more in front. Okay, so getting them, Rick's tended to drop them down, which meant that getting the club attacking too far into out.
Yeah.
So we're getting the left arm to feel like it's moving more forwards, the left shoulder getting away a bit more, and also starting to get on off the right side and over the outside of the left side a lot earlier. Yeah,
so typically with the faults that I had coming into the sessions with Dan, I would get very much on the inside. It's dramatically improved so far with working on the backswing in lesson 1 and 2. Lesson 3 was working a little bit at downswing, and it's follow up on this. And we've noticed now, as I start to move my left side better, the club moves forward better, and we start to see even more neutral numbers.
So what we've got is getting this left shoulder to move away along the line of this arrow, with the hip going and also the left knee going. Now the tendency was that the left knee always stayed turned in this opposite direction too much in that transition, which then meant that the shoulders would stay turned too far and the club was now always getting a little bit trapped and too far.
Am I right in saying it would almost, that knee had too much work to do?
Yes.
So it had too much work to get back into a straighter position, and the only way I could do that is by tilting my club and my body in a way that would just drop that club on the inside.
Yeah.
And that's where the problems were starting to lie.
So we can see right here that what we've got is this left shoulder is beginning to...
Can we just show everyone how amazing the backswing is now as well? Is that what you were going to do then?
Yeah.
Because this, compared to lesson number 1 and 2, the left arm is much straighter in front of me, right elbow's tucked, left arm is in line with the shoulder, and that is so much tighter, isn't it?
Oh, it looks great. And, you know, we had a couple of people make a few comments, or I saw it online, that people were saying, you know, it was still a little bit under your forearm.
I've actually blocked those people now. Not I'll say anything negative.
So we can see now, though, it's one piece, it's going up straight through the middle of the forearm, looks fantastic. And it's so on plane now at the top, it really does look brilliant. Yeah,
I've had loads of really positive comments about the new changes to the backswing. And now, just to make this a little bit, that feels now normal.
Which is great.
That doesn't now feel like it did probably 5 weeks ago, where it felt like I was only swinging back to waist height. That feels like a full backswing now.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, really good.
Considering you've not been able to practice as much.
I've hardly, and when it, but thing is, and I said this in the last, the second lesson, is when I have practiced, it's very monitored.
Yes.
You know, so monitored. I'm looking at myself on video. I'm sending swings to Dan. I've got the facilities at the Quest Golf Academy to actually see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So therefore, I've actually not needed to hit that many golf balls.
Yeah.
Because every time I've practiced, I've monitored it, and I know what it feels like and know what it changes.
Been giving you the correct feedback.
Yeah. Where I think a lot of players will go and hit hundreds of golf balls, not improve.
Agreed.
Because there's no monitoring what's actually happening in the swing there. So a tip, without question, is when trying to practice any new swing changes or swing movements, that you know that you've got to try and do. Monitor it either in a mirror, recording you on your phone, going, having a friend record you, but makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Massive difference.
And everyone can record themselves now on Swing,
I mean, I think it's vital that you've got to give yourself some sort of feedback. You know, in today's world, like Rick was just saying there, you've got your phone, you've got mirrors on driving ranges. You've got to use all of those things.
That's lovely. What flavour is this?
Caramel.
Nice. Sorry, yeah, you can use all those things to help you.
There's coffees available for everyone during the lesson.
That's the only reason I come, really.
You make a good coffee.
You do.
So if you're using that for the feedback, you can check whether what you feel is actually real.
Feel and real is so different. It's untrue, isn't it?
Oh, really? Yeah. You know, I've seen you in the practice round, when we spoke about it before, about that feeling of you in the backswing with that left arm. How stupid that felt to you, but how amazing it looked.
Yeah, and it feels no different. My concept of reality and feel now has married up.
Yeah.
And that was something we always talked about, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Making sure those practice feelings were marrying up really nicely. Anyway, we digress. So we're happy with the top of the backswing. We just need to start another lesson video. And then it was all about now working on downswing, and like Dan said before, about moving the left-hand side more efficiently so that we can actually get that club back in front of me and neutralising the path.
Yeah. So then what we see is, from this, down the line from this fantastic looking backswing.
Well, thank you.
We can now see those arms have got so much more room here.
Just stick a circle around the club head there and just notice the difference between the hands and the handle and the club head now. The club head is barely behind the handle, where we would have seen before my club head would have been in line with my right back pocket.
Yeah, it used to be kind of back here.
Yeah, exactly.
It used to be sort
very
of in that
trapped
area.
And stuck, and now it's much more in line with my hand, still ever so slightly inside.
But it's not a lot.
Well, actually, we've got some TrackMan data as well to have a look at in a moment.
And the thing that I like is this nice big triangular daylight we're getting through here.
And it feels spacious.
Yeah, which is massive, isn't it?
I feel like I've got space when I come through the shot now, that my club isn't as trapping behind me, that I feel like my arms and everything is away from my body. And as a result, my misses now have become less toey and slightly more middle to heel, which is very rare for me. And as a result, my miss golf shots from the heel are better.
Yeah.
Tons better.
They're more solid as well.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously, you're a massive Ben Hogan disciple, and you saw the one iron that he hit in the US Open.
Yeah.
Where the strike point was from the heel pretty much every golf shot. And as a miss, it's not a terrible miss as long as you don't get too heely.
Yeah, definitely not.
And hit the unmentionables, but that's not the case.
Well, what we've got here is you're now actually starting to move in towards your heel. Here you can see the toe box there is actually slightly starting to get up off the floor. So you can see it right in here.
Can you show it down there in the corner? Will that pick up on the force plate?
Yes, actually it will do.
Just thinking
so you can see how this trace is starting to move across and into the heel, so it starts to sharply go backwards this way. Yeah. That's showing that we're definitely starting to move into that heel. So it's already getting there pre-impact here.
Yeah.
So now the shoulder's starting to open up, and now everything's starting to exit more left. Now, having a look from the front view right here, we can then see that shoulder starting to clear. But the big thing is that we looked at today was how we're going to clear that knee. You can see that's actually separating away, and it's now over the outside of the ankle. And you said that that's something you'd not seen before. I've
not ever seen the outside of my left knee in line / outside of my left side of my foot.
Yeah.
Which is what we're starting to see now. And that felt, to put that into context, that felt very strange at first, bizarre, because it was trying to find that feeling. But you fastened, maybe should have even got a clip of it, fastened some bungee cords to my arms and to my leg as restrictive bands to allow me to get that feeling, and instantly I could recognise the feeling and transfer it into a golf swing.
Absolutely. And we can see, I've just drawn these two yellow lines here. So as that knee's moving now, you can see that definitely starting to get some separation there.
Yeah.
But this is great because it means that you're starting to create a coil but not exploding off the right foot too early, because that obviously would lose you a bit of power. So you're just getting great stored energy through the floor here.
Where typically I've got a tendency of getting up on my toes and up on my almost off the floor to create power. That doesn't need to be the case. One question a lot of people have asked over the last few weeks is, have I lost distance? When hit well, no, not at all. I've hardly seen a single bit of difference. I don't feel like I can smash it ridiculously long now with the irons, but that's only a good thing, because the amount of times that I would airmail an iron, it was untrue. Where now I feel like my short to back ratio is better. I'll do some tests and do some videos on that to show you. But when struck near the middle, I feel like I'm still generating the same sort of clubhead speed and same sort of golf shot, but it's got much less curvature.
Well, we can see, talking about curvature, there's that last shot, 0.4 on the path. You know, it's a very slight little cut.
Yeah, and 0.4 on the path from the inside. 0.4, not 4, 0.4, and that is such a ridiculous difference.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Typically at the moment I'm leaving the blade a little bit open when I'm moving this club through, but that's not doing me any harm in the miss.
No, it isn't. You said something at the start, you're not seeing it go left.
Hardly at all, and if it does go left, it's a very subtle pull, and again, it's not missing target by that much. It's not, as soon as I hit a ball left now, I know how far left of the target it's going to miss.
Yes.
Where typically if I knew that the ball started left, I was like, oh my God, this is going to miss the planet to the left. It's never going to come back to the right for me.
No, hoping it wasn't OB over there.
Yeah, exactly. Where now I'm actually seeing a ball start straight/left and thinking to myself, actually this might even come back towards target. That's the sensation for me. It feels much more fade orientated than ever before. And I've done some reviews over the last few, in fact, it depends when this video goes live, but a few reviews over the last few weeks where you can see that in the review shots as well, that my shot shape has been much more neutralised. And it's just looking a lot sharper, isn't it?
I think it's looking great. I mean, one thing we had a little look at, which maybe I'll show everyone really quickly, is we spoke about his Adam Scott swing. I'll just zoom this into the centre.
Which one's which? That must be, in fact,
I know, different cap,
I know as a golf coach that is the worst. Everyone says that. You pull up a pro and the student, and they go, which one's which? This is obviously me on the right.
You can see there that this left shoulder is getting away from that chink. See the daylight starting to appear here. You can see how much room he's got right there. Okay, now if we take Rick back to... That's probably the same sort of...
And you would argue that Adam's swing there has been recorded at head height.
Yeah.
Where mine's been recorded at waist height, which would give a very subtle difference. And I think actually Scott's swing recorded at waist height.
Yeah.
I think these swings would even marry up closer together.
Yeah.
Because it actually looks like it's just looking slightly down on
definitely looking down
on his swing. So I think you got that waist height, and they're looking very similar indeed.
So this is the space that we've been looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. And we had a look at one other guy who was, again, I'm a fan of, and Rick is, and everyone I think likes Justin Swing.
Yeah, Olympic champion.
Absolutely. And we can see again.
So that's a nicer comparison, because both cameras there are pretty much at waist height.
Absolutely.
And we can see, I tell you what, there's some good similarities there now, isn't there?
Some great similarities.
There really is. I mean, I can't pull off shorts at all. But the swing's looking much more uniformed there now, and just it feels that I can sense that. I can sense that now. My misses are getting better. Just on a side note, I've consciously made an effort not to play in any tournament golf just for a few more weeks. I just want to get everything really on point. I feel at the moment I could go out there and shoot a decent number, but I feel like I want to start off the season with, or start off the next stage of playing in competitions at a real different level. We're going to have a pitching lesson next week, aren't we?
Yeah.
We've done a little bit of pitching a few weeks ago, but we just need to finalise some pitching stuff for next Monday. And then I'm going to start to see Dan a little bit more regularly over the next few weeks and start to really take control. Is that not me and my golf? Take charge of what we're trying to do. Try and take control of the movements to hit some much more, just so much more consistent shots.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we're going to do some short game, do another 3D lesson, and maybe some driver.
That'd be nice. To be fair though, I've been putting these swing chains into driver, and I've already seen a difference.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's feeling very, very more comfortable now. Even though I've not had loads of chance to practice, I still feel like it's good. I need a couple of real big long grind sessions to get this really good. And it's clicking. It's clicking. Are you happy with?
I'm really happy with where we're going with
Are you happy that it's not changed too much since your holiday?
Absolutely. And what I'm really
Did you expect it to?
Don't know. I'd seen it online. I knew that you were doing pretty good.
Good.
Keeping me eye on it.
Yeah, I can't hide, can I? From
No.
you?
But these comparisons that we've used right here, I'm genuinely just thrilled with, because these are certain things that I really like to see.
Yeah.
You know, got all that space in the arms. It's just looking fantastic. And now if we just get that knee and shoulder clearing a little bit better, then...
How super easy is it to bring the first lesson into that?
Can do that.
Can we just have a quick look at that?
Of course we can.
So this was first lesson, which we'll have a date on this as well, will we as well? Or, yeah, 26th of July. Okay. So just over 2 months ago, about 9 weeks ago.
Let's do it this way, because I know.
Yeah, people like before on the left.
Yeah.
So this is before, this is the first lesson, inside, steep, across the line, and then dropped in and under. You can see it's almost in line with my right leg, massively inside, very flippy, and creating paths that were very, very inside. Where now we'll see, go on Dan, I'll let you.
You can see way better turn. Now got so much more room here. Club's going up through the forearm. Left arm's got loads of space, halfway back here. I love this bit where centre of the hand's in line with the sternum. I think this is just perfect right there. Then we take it to the top. Really well matched at the top.
Throw in before on the top again. I just love this. The difference is ridiculous. Wow.
There we go.
Wow. Yeah.
Just a bit of a difference.
Just outrageous. So yeah, it's coming on really nicely. Guys, don't forget to follow Dan on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. He does a great Instagram story with his students and seeing how they improve. I think that's definitely worth a look at. And we'll see you next Monday back here doing some pitching stuff, which I'm really excited about, because I think that's a part of my game where improvement will be seen very quickly.
Yeah.
I think so. I know we've done a little bit already.
I'm looking forward to that, because we're going to do a bit outside as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's getting colder though, so I don't mind being inside. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you think there is a massive difference there, please do comment below. What do you think about the golf swing? I love hearing all the comments, the YouTube golf pros that we have on watching the videos. It's great to hear. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Dan's channel, and we'll see you next week doing more technique, trying to improve, ready for Quest for the Open. Thanks, Dan, for your time.
Thank you, Rick.
It's been a pleasure as always. Amazing coffee, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers, guys.